All right. Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us, everybody. We have a special episode with Leap. We are promoting our newest integration with Leap CRM. So we have built a entire integration directly into the Leap program. So we have brought Nick Jones of Leap and Travis Harvigo, our fearless leader, to come on board and talk about a little bit deeper into this integration, what it means, what all it involves, and what it means for our users, how you can get the most out of it. So without further ado, I will ask Nick, do you mind giving us a little introduction on yourself before we dive in?
Yeah, absolutely. And first of all, thank you guys for putting this on, for having us on to talk a little bit about what Leap does, who we are, why this is important for all of our, customer bases. My journey into software started about 7 years ago. And prior to that, I was actually a professional baseball player. Talk about a swinging career path, right? But that lasted for about 3 years, ended up retiring. I got a job as an SDR making cold calls in software and then never looked back, right? Before Leap, I was doing the exact same thing, managing partnerships for a company over in the HVAC, electrical, and plumbing space. But I was working with ISVs like yourselves, working with manufacturers, distributors, coaching orgs, marketing organizations, you name it. I probably worked a partnership angle with them before to some extent. But yeah, and I've been at Leap here since I think March was when I started here. So it's still kind of relatively new, less than a year under my belt. I'm starting to get the swing of things for sure.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that. So, like I said, we brought Travis Harvigo on, our CEO, to talk about what specifically this means. So, before we dive into a demo of this integration, Nick, can you give us an overview of Leap, just so that anyone who might not be familiar, anybody who hasn't used it before, has a general understanding of what we're working with today?
Yeah, absolutely. And can y'all see my screen up here?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. So just like you said, Justice, if anybody's listening to this webinar, there's a pretty good chance that they know, who Leap is, who ROOFLE is, right? Some people may not, though. So at a very high level, the elevator pitch on Leap is going to be, it's a software program that simplifies and automates the day-to-day operations of a roofing business, right? Day-to-day operations being everything from lead capture, lead gen, to customer communication on the back end, project management, material ordering, right? All the way out to the sales contracts and collecting signatures and payments, right? And this is a slide that I actually pulled from our sales team's deck, because I think it kind of illustrates all of the shortcomings that a company might go through when they don't have some sort of technology like a Leap or like a ROOFLE in place, right? Simple things like going paperless, right? It's a huge thing, but still about 80% of the companies that we talk to on a daily basis are using paper to some extent, whether that be for ordering or whether that be for writing information about a customer notes, change outs, whatever it may be. So it's a good illustration of how important it is to get some sort of technology in place to run their business with all of these different issues that a technology like Leap can actually solve for, right? And a big thing that we're going to break into today is the two different products that we have, right? So Sales Pro is a little closer to what ROOFLE is doing, right? With the InstaQuote and stuff like that. That's our selling tool. We're going to talk about the CRM today. The CRM is the customer relationship management platform, right? As I mentioned, we do a lot around lead intake and management, and I'm going to tie this in with integrations. I can almost guarantee you that every single one of y'all's customers or prospective customers that are on the call today use some of our integration partners. I think our total integration partners, as it sits right now, is around 45 to 50 different companies, and that's ranging everywhere from consumer finance to measurement providers to manufacturers, distribution. Even some coaching organizations have us build specific reports and integrate those in for their customers too. So if they have specific sales KPIs they want to look at, we've got some stuff like that built out as well. The big thing here that I always like to point out when we talk about the CRM is the communication side. So we have text and email communication, pretty basic. One thing that we include out of the box that is massively valuable, that I think goes way under the radar, is the consumer portal, right? So every time somebody schedules a job, we come out, we perform that work. We're a Leap user. My customer actually has their very own portal they can log into. They can see the progress of the job. They can see how much money we owe. We can make payments on that page. If we have work scheduled to come out next week, we can see when it's scheduled, who's coming. And that amount of transparency is just massive from the consumer point of view. I've had several experiences with contractors in my life, and none of them have offered anything close to that type of communication. So a lot to offer on the CRM side in terms of value, workflow enhancements, improvements, and automations, et cetera.
That customer experience piece is awesome. I did not know about that feature. That is a game changer. That kind of transparency is what we're all about, obviously, with price transparency, but process transparency is such a huge feature too, and becoming so much more important with consumers as everybody wants to keep track of everything, but not necessarily wanting to take an entire day off of work to sit at home and watch the progress of their project in real time.
Exactly. Yeah. And from the consumer's point of view, it's just a much more pleasant experience. And obviously, it's all about a sticky customer. So if anything does go wrong with that roof in the future, they're going to probably go back to the company that, put it in there because they had a great experience first time around too.
Yeah.
So this page here, this is a pretty cool little thing that we actually use pretty frequently now. We build self-led walkthrough demos of the program. And I'm actually going to flash this up here to show y'all kind of what it looks like. We're not going to walk through the entire thing. It's a no strings attached type situation. We don't ask for any information. We're not going to get your email, capture it, and start bombing you with phone calls or anything. You click the link, it takes you right in here, and it'll actually take you through a guided walkthrough of what Leap CRM does, right? So you can actually see the different stages, all the customization options, and I'll just click through a few here to actually show you all what I mean. So here's one of those integrations I had mentioned earlier too, Angie's Leads. I almost guarantee every single contractor that we work with to any capacity is using Angie Leads to some extent. We have an integration there where if you get a lead from Angie, it just pops right into Leap CRM. So it kind of goes back to us integrating with everybody at this point. But y'all kind of get the general idea here, right? So it's going to walk you through everything that you can possibly do inside the CRM on the desktop side and also on the mobile side too. So once you finish with the CRM, it'll ask you if you want to go into mobile, and you'll actually get to go in there and run through a mobile demo the exact same way. And this will be attached inside the handout section up in the top right of the chat box as well.
Yep, you can download that. You can preview it, jump into that link. Again, no strings attached. You can jump in and see that entire process. You don't need to yield up any of your personal information if you don't feel like it.
Yep, it won't even ask for anything. So they don't have to worry about it at all. It'll just take them right to the demo.
Excellent. All right. So the other question that I had for you, Nick, is what drew Leap to this partnership, and more specifically to a direct integration that we have? What about this convenience for contractors? What was it for Leap that brought this into focus?
Yeah. So the first thing was meeting, Travis and the rest of the gang. I can't remember what the meeting was down in Orlando, but I met, several of the team over there, and you guys were awesome. And then since then, we noticed a big uptick in customers on both sides, kind of shouting it from the rooftops. Hey, it'd be fantastic if we had these two products integrated. So, we got a call or two on the calendar with Travis and Brad and the team over there at ROOFLE. And they started working on it almost immediately. And I will say, hats off to you guys. I had our head of partner integrations on the initial call, Craig, to run the demo. And Craig and I got together after the call. He said, man, they killed it. They did a great job with this. The integration looks fantastic. The information's accurate. So it's a great integration. And so far, the partnership's been awesome for us too.
Awesome. We are so happy to hear that. So for our current ROOFLE users who might be interested in how this goes, Courtney is going to run us through a demo of how to make this integration work, how to connect it, get it set up. So Courtney, the floor is yours.
All right. So if you currently are a Leap customer, this is very, very easy for you guys to connect. So if you guys do ever have any questions or you want any assistance setting this up, definitely reach out to the team here, help@roofle.com. Otherwise, you can go to win.roofle.com and schedule some time to get this connected. But if you're in your admin Leap login, you're going to just simply go straight to settings. And once you're in settings, you're actually going to go almost all the way down to the developer option. And this is where you'll be able to create a public token or an API key. So what you're going to do is you're just going to come in here and generate a token, and you're going to name it. So for example, a simple one would be for ROOFLE. Once you generate that token, you are going to copy this, and then you're going to go right into your ROOFLE portal, and you're going to find where you can connect your account right into the developer options within the settings key there. What you'll notice is there's going to be a little pencil next to the Leap option. You're going to paste that key in. Once you press save, it's going to ask you the workflow stage. So for us, it is lead. Once we press save, that is how my account is connected. It is that easy. Just to show you guys simply live what information is pushed over. So if a customer comes to your website and you have this connected to Leap, the information is quickly pushed over. So I'm going to just show you real quick. We're going to just create a lead right here. I just wanted to make it a unique name, so then that way you guys can see that it is not something that I set up, and it is something that is as quickly as I'm showing you here live. Once the lead is converted and that information is collected, what you are going to notice is that information is directly right into your Leap account. So once I refresh this screen, what we're going to notice is in the recent activity, we have a new lead. Once I press on that, as you can see, just want to kind of quickly show you the information that is synced right over to this. As far as, you know, when a customer is coming, what you'll be able to see is imagery. You're going to have the PDF file access to what was quoted to the customer, what was shown, the imagery of the actual address, and then again, all that basic contact information. And now you can able to simply pretty much assign this lead, and now your sales reps have information and access to everything that the homeowner was shown. So it makes it super nice and easy, very seamless.
Yeah, absolutely. That's so quick and easy to get it connected. There's not 16 steps like if you do a webhook connection. So made it very quick, direct, brings all of that information over succinctly. Yeah, this is quicker than I thought it was going to be. See, I waited to see all the details for this integration for this call. I like to be surprised and give an honest reaction. That was quicker than I expected it to be.
It's
Yeah,
slick.
it is very smooth.
Y'all knocked it out of the park. It is slick.
We will certainly pass that on to the wizards in the background who make all of this possible. Okay, so the next thing that I had is I wanted to ask Travis. So aside from consumers requesting this, what prompted the integration with Leap specifically, and what does this specific integration mean for our contractors and our users?
Yeah, well, while I recover from my mind being blown still with how great that looks, as one of the first times that I've seen it, of course, helped work on it, a bit and had those discussions, but to actually see it in action, to connect it, see the lead go over so quickly, it's pretty awesome to see how well that works. And another great upside would be that the webhooks, for those that are Leap customers and we're using the webhooks to push it over, you can now get rid of the webhooks. You can get rid of the Zapier that's pushing it through, and now you can just do the direct integration. So that's just fantastic. And so that was really one of the main things that we saw is that so many contractors came to us, and we always listen to our contractor requests about what to build next. What are some of the things that they want to see? Like what makes a lot of sense to be able to integrate with? And so Leap was very, very high on the list as far as to integrate, because we have so many overlapping customers. We have hundreds of overlapping customers. That means that they're currently a Leap customer and they're currently a ROOFLE customer as well. So they have both. So we had many of existing customers, but then we also have thousands that are, either a Leap customer or a ROOFLE customer, but not both yet. So for us, the way that it looks is it's like, wow, this is such a seamless integration with the way this works to be able to operate their business, that there was just a big opportunity for not only our current subscribers to be able to seamlessly use, their ROOFLE and go directly into the CRM, but also potentially is that there's some out there that are not using one or the other, that they can definitely benefit their business by being able to use the integration and connect it together. And so, and we saw their team in Orlando. I think that was at FRSA roofing conference down there in Orlando. Started talking to them to really kick it off. And so we're like, hey, this looks like it's going to be fairly easy. And so we went and built it, fairly quickly. I think it was like a 2-month or so build time to get this thing done. But again, it was all about really, making our customers happy so that, they can have all their technologies talk together. And so they don't have to worry about going to multiple different places to log in, remembering logins and all those different types of things. So I remember back when I was a contractor many years ago, there was nothing worse than having to remember 6 different logins and manage something here or there. It just automatically pushes in. So it was a big factor, to us, and obviously the relationship that we built over at Leap made it even that much easier.
That is awesome. That's the type of stuff that we love to hear, because Courtney and I don't get to go to as many of the shows as Travis and some of the other people here at ROOFLE and the sales team. But when we do, we get to see the conversations like that in action, of meeting somebody, making a good connection, realizing an opportunity. And then if people can, if everyone's willing to work quickly and coordinate on it, get something like this done in a matter of months. And really meet the needs of our contractors, and as usual, listen the best that we can and try to work on the integrations that people are requesting, work on the things that are going to make a difference and push the needle. So, well, we've got Nick and Travis both here, kind of from 2 different sides of the industry. I wanted to ask, we typically try to end our sessions with this question, is what new trends, what kind of changes, disruptions, anything significant or new that you're currently seeing in the industry and in the market, or that you're expecting to see over the next couple of years? What are some changes? What's the dynamic like in the industry right now, since we've got you here? Any thoughts, anything that sticks out to you, anything you're excited about? Either one of you who wants to take this one away, and just kind of see what we have coming down the pipe, see what you guys are excited for.
Yeah,
Nick, if you have one, go ahead, because I got a few, and I don't want to steal your thunder. So,
well, I've got one. It's probably one of your few too, because right now it's one for everyone, right? And that's AI. I'm sure everyone's sick and tired of hearing about AI. I am. Everywhere I go now, it's AI this, AI that. Every meeting, there's breakouts for AI. But unfortunately, it's not going anywhere, and it's only getting more advanced and more prevalent in everything that we do. Just to give you an example, you talk about, what is next? What's the next big thing? I actually met with a very small company a couple of weeks ago. When I say small, 8-man operation. And what they do is they're like a bespoke AI trainer and builder. So they build custom engineered and custom trained AI for different companies. And it can do anything from, as simple as responding to text messages all the way to and he showed me this live, to as complicated as taking a Google image of a house, recognizing what product shingles are on the roof, showing you where you can purchase them and the purchase price where they got them too. So it's just insane, right? The applications, not only for our end users and our customers are going to be able to utilize AI for, but internally as well, right? For companies like ours, we just hired a board member who's strictly dedicated to AI. So he's coming in, and we're, listening to internal webinars about how we can apply it in our day-to-day, whether that's writing emails or building product, writing snippets of code for the dev team automatically, or editing code. There's so many different applications across almost every single vertical, and specifically in technology and the home services or the home repair industry, home improvements. We just kind of scratched the surface in the last 5 to 10 years of technology really becoming prevalent, where every single company to some extent has technology, whether that's a cell phone, whether that's QuickBooks or a Leap or a ROOFLE, right? Almost every single company to some extent is running technology. And I think in the next 5 to 10 years, AI is going to be the exact same. It's going to run congruently with the technology that they already have in place. because at the end of the day, we put this technology in place to get rid of human error, to make things move quicker. And AI kind of eliminates the human error aspect of running these programs as well, if that makes sense. And I think that that's kind of the next step in evolution as far as technology goes, is AI is going to kind of, run a whole business almost to an extent. It'll be helping answer the phone calls. It'll be helping schedule jobs. It'll be helping follow up on payments. It'll be helping, diagnose problems, or giving insurance quotes. In the next 10 years, there's no telling what it could do on its own. Anything that you don't need to hammer a nail or turn a wrench, AI is pretty much going to be able to do it for us in the next 10 years.
Yeah, that's such a good point. We've had an AI marketing based company come on to this webinar before and talk about the use of AI specifically in targeted marketing and running SEO optimization, stuff like that. Travis, you got a handful. What do you got?
Yeah, I mean, AI is a big one, no doubt. I don't know if I can top that one, because AI is a big conversation. I've seen it do a lot of things, and if you think of it, it's out there currently right now. And even from the robots and the machines you see installing roofs, and being able to do those types of things. But I'm gonna talk a little bit more the consumer side of it, as far as the change that way, and the digital side of it. So as we talked about before, digitally having resources and technology available within your business for this consumer that's now starting to own homes, this younger generation that wants that technology. So we talked about that customer portal, that you look from 5 to 10 years from now, if you don't have a customer portal, I could see a customer not even wanting to work with you potentially, because they don't have access, they can't control it, they can't see it with their own eyes and being able to manage it themselves. And so just talking about those digital ways that we're moving, and the way that the consumer is moving through this digital era, is that they're very much more tech savvy. So whenever they're coming out of their schooling or in owning these homes, they know how to operate all of these things. Compared to the older generation, they don't know how to operate it. Compared to these new ones, they do. And then we also even talk about, the virtual sale. We've seen so many customers now that is doing the virtual sale to where they're actually having inside sales reps and utilizing technology to not have to send a rep to the house, cutting down on savings from gas to driving to the house, or sending the reps to the house, and using technology available at their fingertips now to be able to run these things virtually is absolutely incredible. And we have dozens of companies that are able to do that now, and they have hundreds of reps, that have been trained to do this stuff virtually. So this industry is going to change in a big way over the next 5 to 10 years. It'll look much different than where it looked even today, or even a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I totally agree, Travis. I think a lot of it's the I need it now generation too, right? Everybody wants access immediately. We want information on hand at all times too.
Yeah, it's that need for information and need for like an update, right? Because everything is pushing us in the direction of constant updates on everything in our life, and that every app that you download onto your phone wants to send you notifications. Even if it's a like a cookbook, like a recipe app, they're going to ask you if they can send you notifications. Everything is running that direction, and it's feeding into our need for information, and that, like, having a consumer portal. I've never heard anyone bring that up before, Nick, but that's something that I'm going to take away and bring to people as I talk about Leap in the future, is that consumer portal. That's so vital. Modern consumers are going to be dying for that kind of notification aspect and that visibility of their project. It's huge. I love it.
Yeah. Side note too, and this is my little pitch. We're the only company that includes that out of the box.
Oh, all right. I'm going to steal that copy. Thank you very much. I will be spreading that around. Awesome. Yeah, that covers the bulk of what we wanted to discuss. If Courtney, Travis, Nick, anybody's got anything else that they're excited about seeing coming up, I'm personally very excited for show season to be up and running now. Getting out, seeing customers face to face, seeing the industry face to face, and seeing what everybody else is doing, has been working on over the busy season, and getting out there and being able to build these connections again. I'm stoked for that.
Show season is here. Starts really next week. We got 3 next week that we're going to, and then a few the week after. So it's really going to start to pick up here over the next couple months. So we're looking forward to getting to these shows and getting our swag back out there again.
Yep, and we'll be out there too. I have 8 commitments in the next month and a half. So we will be out and about over the next 2.5 months, probably until January. But yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm ready to get back on the road, and hopefully we'll be able to connect at a few of these meetings too, Travis.
Sounds good.
Oh, absolutely. We'll hunt you down. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. That does it for us today. You will be redirected to a demo portal for Leap. So if you have any questions, you will find them there. If you need anything from ROOFLE, win.roofle.com, our success center, you can find myself, Courtney, the rest of the customer success team. We are here for any of your ROOFLE needs. Other than that, until next time, thank you so much, Nick. Thank you so much, Travis. We really appreciate your time and joining us today. Have a good one, everybody.
Appreciate y'all.
Thanks, guys.